Hey everybody, it's Mo with Mo's Crystals, and I'm here to do a quick little video for the energy of the week. So I have our first few cards, and I kind of already did a quick write out of the message. The first card was the Empress. Then we had the Four of Raphael, which is similar to the Four of Cups if you're into tarot. And then we have the Lover's card. So right off the bat, the energy that I was getting for this is you must continue to have faith in what you find to be true for yourself and true to you. It is very important that you remind yourself that you're always at the right place at the right time. The things that you are receiving or you're going through is because of God's timing, His planning, and His ideas that He has for you, His plans that He has for you. If you don't go through any particular situation now, or the particular situation that you're in right now, if you don't go through that, then once you do get those blessings that you've been asking for and praying for, once you do get those blessings, then you won't know how to handle them if you don't experience and go through the situations that you're going through right now. With the Empress card, she is all about abundance, and I'll read the little part down here to you. It says, time to act upon your plans. Creativity is rewarded, luxurious or abundant resources. So make sure you're sticking to your plans for yourself, making sure that you gather the tools that you need to execute the things that you want, to get the things that you desire for yourself. You also have here the Four of Raphael, which I said is like the Four of Cups. And I feel with this card that you are spending a lot of time missing out on opportunities because of the lack of faith that you will receive the things that you've been asking for in time. Things that are for you are definitely going to come to you, so you just need to continue having faith that you will get the things that you've been asking for. At the bottom it does say seek out other possibilities, look for the magic in life, be aware of your own emotions. So it's very important that you take the time to do that. And make sure that you have your inner child in check, making sure that you're not overreacting to things because of the situations you've already been through. In fact, using those situations as learning opportunities for you to continue doing the things that you know are good for you. And then the next card was the Lovers, and this is all about your relationships, whether they be romantic or just friends and family, but it's definitely all about your relationships. I'm sorry, my daughter's distracting me. And so at the bottom of the deck it does say make choices from your heart, deeply emotional commitments, the power of love. This card does feel more romantic, but for me it's not always about romance. It could definitely be about the way you handle things within your relationships with your parents, your siblings, and such. And the three clarifying cards that I asked for, or that came out when I asked for clarifying cards, the first one is card number 16, which is change your life. And that connects to the Tower card. You have the King of Gabriel, which I believe is like the King of Wands. And then your last clarifying card is the Moon, which is connected to the Moon in regular tarot. So the energy I feel right off the back, like I was saying with the Empress and the Four of Raphael, some of you guys really may be going through a very turbulent time in your life where your emotions are all up and down and all backwards and sideways. And they're reminding you that for you to move forward from this place, you really do need to take the time to really just reevaluate the situations and such. Really evaluate the way things feel towards you, or the way you feel towards other things. Like if you're feeling like a certain person or a certain relationship isn't for you, whether it's because they did something or they didn't do something, you need to be sure that you work through that you are being honest with yourself and moving yourself from that situation. What it says at the bottom of this card is a sudden revelation that offers freedom. Break free of procrastination. Embrace the opportunities that change brings. So a lot of changes coming forth. We are in a 5 year, which if you don't know already, 5 is definitely the year of change, or 5 in numerology represents change and embracing the change. If you're one that is usually very resistant to change, it's going to make it very, hard for you moving forward. With the King of Gabriel here, I feel that once you recognize that you are breaking out of certain habits, which is here with the I remember it as the Tower card, but I think here it says make changes in your life. So if you are working on breaking out of old habits and moving forward in your relationships or in your life with new goals or new opportunities, a new way of thinking, a new perspective, then you are definitely doing what God has asked you to do, or Divine has asked you to do. And they're asking you to continue and stay fast on this pace, especially since you have the Chariot that did come out as the third round of clarification. So the Chariot is a symbolization of things moving fast, things reaching where you want them to go and how you want them to go. Also, as I was writing earlier about the few cards at the bottom of the deck, can't remember what card it was, but it was a card, making decisions. So you're looking back a lot when it's time to make decisions, and you're worried about all these shoulda, coulda, wouldas, like if you would have gone this way, that way, or the other way, and you're concerned about how these decisions in the past have affected you in the future or presently. And what I feel is that you not need to worry about those things, because those things or those situations is what moved you or is moving you to a new perspective or a new situation area in your life. This King of Gabriel is talking about using this new move or this new perspective, these new changes in your life, to be more in your power. It does say here that generous, inspirational, dramatic, and driven right underneath the name. And so seeing generous, I feel like a lot of you guys could be moving into a space where you were once more about yourself and all about yourself and only cared about yourself, where you're opening your eyes to seeing things in a different light. Your perspective is more world view instead of self view, and it's causing you to be more generous, and you're starting to gain more inspiration. You're starting to be more driven in things that you were not used to being driven in. And with the dramatic, some situations may come across more dramatic to you than others, and it's because a lot of us are in a more sensitive space, especially with Mercury retrograde happening here soon, towards the end of May, I think it is. With the Mercury retrograde, we are going to start seeing a lot more communication issues. That means when people do say things to us, we may begin to take them things or those words more personally than what the person intended, or vice versa. We might say something where the person takes it more personally than what they had. We take it, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, the person takes it more personally than what we had intended it to be. At the bottom of this card here, down here, it does say, keep your eyes on the big picture, leave the details to others, experience that leads to success, and genuine concern for others. So I do feel like a lot of you guys, during your life change and the changing within self, you guys are starting to recognize where you can be helpful to the people around you. And through the way that you share your stories, it's not even just with life in general, it's just the way that you communicate the stories and your experiences that you've been through, that people are starting to look forward to things in a different way. And then with the Moon card, I feel more of a balance, and then it's more of like an inner balance and more balance within self, and the ability to recognize your place in the world. So this tower, these two towers here in the corner, remind me of this tower in the card Life Changes. And I feel like you guys, collective, myself included, we're starting to see where our life needs to change because of these tower moments that are happening. Like, we're starting to see that we need to leave this tower for this tower over here. We need to move from this direction to this direction, because over here I'm starting to see some new opportunities that I didn't see before. But remember, with this Four of Raphael, or the Four of Cups, it's reminding you to make sure your emotions stay in check and not to be making choices from an emotional state, because that decisions card was at the bottom of the deck. And I don't remember what it said at the bottom, but definitely because some decisions are illusions is what I felt with that card. Like, be very, very careful with your movement forward. Oops. And then the last thing for this one is the little words at the bottom. It says, the opportunity to improve your plans, listen to your intuition for accurate guidance, face your fears, and grow stronger. Definitely a better opportunity for you to move forward, as far as making sure that you found peace within self, because if you can find peace within self, moving forward is going to be beneficial for you. And then the last three cards that I'll talk about really quick, we already talked about the Chariot, action, moving forward. You are at a positive state to move forward, positive momentum moving forward, and I feel accelerated movement. But here at the bottom, it says determination and self-control, career advancement, acknowledgement of success by others. Then you have solutions. And with this card, I really just get this energy of finding solutions, like looking inside and being able to find solutions for your problems within self. You're no longer looking on the outside of you for these solutions. Like, whatever problem arises, you yourself has come to this conclusion that you need no other answers besides the answers from self, from God and higher spirits. And then it says at the bottom here, it says success that comes from objective compromise, self-control, and patience, forgiving and healing energy. Oh, this is also connected to the Temperance. I hear healing energy. I always think about the Temperance, and I was like, oh, it did say 14 on it. So the Temperance is also what this card would be referred to within the original tarot deck. And then the last card, and these are just reminders, overall messages for you. It's the card number 5, Divine Guidance. And this would have been connected to the Hierophant and your regular tarot deck. And like I was saying before, going over old problems, reevaluating things, worried about those shoulda, coulda, wouldas when you shouldn't be worried about those shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Those things happen, so you can be in a position now to make better choices for yourself moving forward. So once you're aware of things, it's very important to stay aware of those things, because you're always going to make better choices for yourself. Once you know better, typically you do better. So that is ultimately the purpose behind everything, right? And at the bottom of this card down here, it says the search for meaning in life. Consider an alternative approach. Surround yourself with wise teachers or friends. So making sure that you have those people to help you make better choices for yourself. And then at the very bottom of the deck, you had the Magician. And like I was saying in the beginning, you are the creator of all things that you want in your life. And if you can believe it to be true, it can be true with hard work and dedication. Of course, with prayer and optimism, everything can be done. And at the bottom here, it says you can manifest the life you want. What you need will magically appear. Successful beginnings. So you're just moving out of the Fool energy, or we are just moving out of the Fool energy, meaning we have just, as a collective, taken a leap of faith in hopes that where we're going next is going to be better than where we have been. And we are now in this Magician energy overall, meaning we are able to create all things that we have ever wanted. So we need to stay positive and stick as a collective energy, so we can continue creating the life that we can envision for self and for the collective, because I'm sure there's a lot of us that would like to see better civil connections, better society as far as the way people are treated and whatnot. So I know I would like to see something better going on, so I wouldn't doubt that you guys would too. So I hope to see you guys in the next video. Have a wonderful day, evening, morning, whenever you see this. And oh, necklace. This is going to be on my Etsy shop on June 19th. Let me see. So, yeah. Hope you guys are excited. I am.